Welcome back. Prince Beast Mode Detailing Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money in your mobile auto detailing business. Got him. Alright, so today we're going to talk about how to get your first shop. Alright, this is basically a video for the newbies. If that you have never got a shop before, or if you are looking to get a shop, you've been mobile detailing for a minute and you want to try the shop thing out, what do I need to do in order to get a shop? Well, besides the obvious, right? Alright. Let's break this down. Now, I've done this 3 times. I've gotten a shop this way 3 times. Alright, the first one was a mistake. The first one I kind of lucked into it, right? I'll give you a quick story how I got my first one. Let me give you the full story. I was at a dealership detailing cars, right? A mechanic came over, said, hey, I do mechanic work. That's why it's always good to have contacts. He said, I do mechanic work for this guy here, right? Can you come to my shop and detail cars if I need you? He said, yes, I can do that. On the day I went over there, right? I got over there. He had already told another dude about me that was in that particular area, right? So I detailed that car. I took out the seats. It was just a little Eclipse. I took out the seats. I did a headlight restoration. I hooked that bad boy up, right? Gave it back to him. He was so proud of what I did, right? So proud, right? So he went over and told the other guy, listen, this the dude right here. This the guy, right? So I came back the next week. My man had dog hair in there. Now, normally I would charge $75 for the dog hair, but I said I'm going to let this one ride, right? I'm going to let it ride. Because my man owned like, he does mobile mechanic work, but he just work on like big diesel trucks. So I hooked him up, right? Hooked him up real good. He left from his shop, went down to the owner's shop. I didn't know it was the owner's shop at the time. The owner of the whole entire complex. And he told the owner about me, right? And this is why it's so good to do more than you're actually getting paid for. Because you have no idea how the universe will pay you back. So anyway, I went to the owner. Whether the owner called me, but I didn't know it was the owner, right? And at the time, I wasn't doing waterless wash. I had the traditional pressure washer stuff in the back, so I had to put out my tarp, right? And being that it's the building was like behind like a street and like a forest. It was behind the stuff, and it was in the woods. I'm sure nobody would have came over there and caught me, but integrity is doing the thing that's right, even though no one is watching you, right? So I pulled my tarp out anyway, right? I boarded that mug up, right? And I detailed now he had a Tahoe. I detailed the Tahoe. It wasn't that dirty. He the owner. He got bread, like millions. Like he got millions. But I didn't know it was the owner, right? I just detailed it like I've been detailing, baby. I'm going to detail it because I'm a monster, right? So I detailed it, hooked it up. He wasn't just impressed by the detail. He looked at the fact that I put out a tarp. He said, anybody who takes the time to put the plastic out before they start cleaning a car is a detailer who I want. Didn't know he owned a construction company. He said this. He said, Mr. Prince, I want you to come by my office next week. I want to discuss something with you. I own XYZ Constructions. I need someone to clean those trucks. Can we talk? Yes, sir. Be here, right? I was there early, waiting on him, right? Got there. In my mind, I'm thinking, this is how much I'm going to charge from each truck. This is how much I'm going to charge for each truck. He said, listen, how much would you charge for each truck? I was ready. He was like, okay, that sounds like a good price, but I have an alternative for you. He said, because I want to clean every single week. He said, how about if I give you my shop down here? Now, we talking about construction trucks, right? Dump trucks. He said, how about I give you my shop down here? It comes with free water, free lights, right? Comes with an office. Right? It's 2,600 square feet, bruh. Big enough to put 3 dump trucks in. That's how big it is. Right? And I thought about it, and I considered it, and I said yes. And so I started detailing his trucks in there, and it was very hard for me to push work which it was a blessing now. It was very extremely hard because it wasn't like on the main strip, so people wasn't just walking in, right? But I had the mechanic who I hooked up, and I had the other mechanic who I hooked up, the mobile mechanic who I hooked up. So they was bringing in cars. It worked out beautifully. And this is why I'm going to show you these principles on how to get your first shop. All right. And we, after doing these principles, after actually learning how to get people to come to that shop that was behind the trees, around the corner, like GPS won't even take you there, Google Maps won't show it. It was like that deep, right? At the time. It's on Google Maps now. But at the time, it was like, man, it's hard to get people back here. But I learned how to market online. That's where it all started at, right? Kind of, sort of. But that's where that first difficult thing was, getting people to come to my shop, and was doing mobile, right? So let me break down these principles, and we're going to get right back with you right after this. Prince, Grind Time TV.
Have you been trying to start a mobile auto detailing business? Do you already have a mobile detailing business but can't quite get over the hump? Here at Team Beast Mode, we'll find all the dirty cars you can wash. Get paid every day 100% of each detail. Expand your business and work only the hours you want to work. Our packages include free on-demand training from some of the top professionals in the industry. Team Beast Mode professional online marketing for only auto detailers. Click the link to get started.
Hey, welcome back. This is Prince, Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money in your mobile auto detailing business. Alright, so we're going to break down what to look for when you're looking for a shop. When you're out there detailing cars, man, and this is something that I teach my guys all the time. Listen, when you're advertising your business, alright, one of the main places you need to go is to all the mechanic shops. Alright, you want to go to all the mechanic shops, and you want to build up a rapport with them. Okay? You want to build a relationship with them. Why? Because that's probably one of the first places you're going to go to start detailing cars, because cars are there all the time. All right. Now there's two different ways to do it. Now, more than likely, depends on the size of the garage. They may not let you get an inside garage, but I got a way around that. Don't worry about it. All right. So this is how it works. You tell them what you do, right? After, dropping off some flyers a few times, right? You tell him what you do, right? Even give him a demo, right? Of how cool, how good you can clean a car, all right? And this works with money, little money, or no money. All right, this works. All right, so now you want to look for the mechanic shop that's on the main strip, because you want to be able to pull in work off the main strip, all right? Now, the first thing that you need to consider when you find that shop is, how much overhead do I have? All right, so you need to calculate the overhead. It's not much I can say about that, right? But you need to calculate the overhead. How much can you handle, right? And you're also going to have to start, if you have a mobile detailing business, you're going to have to train someone to go out there and detail those cars for you, bro, right? But I'm going to show you how to work this joint, bro. I'm going to show you, so that even if, let's say you have no contracts, right? And so you don't know how much money I can make off of my auto detailing this week. I don't really know, right? Some days I make $800, some days I make $1,800, right? I don't know, right? And some days I don't make anything, so it's kind of hard to deal with that, right? It's two different ways you can deal with that madness. One thing is, you can save up to that point to where you have your employee, if you want to pay him $300 a week, right? Make sure you got 3 months worth of money set to the side just for the employee. Right after 3 months, you should be able to pay him on a consistent manner. Matter of fact, it'll happen before the 3 months, if you're doing the principles that I've taught you, if you're following the directions that I teach you. Okay. Now, you're looking at partnership, right? When you ever go past, if you go past like those really big, like what's a good one? Those really big car wash franchise where they just pretty much take the water, just drive through and they put water on there. Like, I can't remember the name of any of them. But you know what I'm talking about. They got guys who drive off those big franchises like that. More than likely, they're not owned by one person. More than likely, usually it's about 3 to 4 people that own this thing, right? And not all of them have money. Usually it's a guy, it's one guy. Let's say it's me, right? I own the company, right? But then let's say I'm renting the building, right? But I have partners with me who's in with me just in case if I can't make my rent, they already invested money into it. Okay, so they have to get their money out of it. I have to pay the employees out of it. Everybody makes money. All right. So that's one thing you need to learn is that it's partnership, right? You're going to have to partnership in this day and time, right? And to be honest with you, there's going to be a new type of partnership because that employee-based stuff is going away real soon, bro. It's going away. It's going away. Mark my words, bro. It's going away, and you're going to have to start partnering with people because soon it's just going to be like an entrepreneurial world, bro. For real. For real. Yeah, there's big corporations out there. Yeah, there will still be big corporations. Yeah, there's people who can work for those big corporations. But for the main part of us, won't be working for them, right? Won't be working. Everybody be independent, right? There's so much money going. There's so many people. This is the statistics. More people have become millionaires during let's say late 90s to 2017 than almost in the whole history of the United States. More millionaires have been made during our time, our lifetime, right? Because there's so much opportunity online that people can make money. Millionaires are coming. Matter of fact, $1 million ain't even $1 million like it used to be. $1 million is just like one stack, right? So you got to get multiple millions to actually live a comfortable life. You got to make millions to live a comfortable life. All right. So now you're going to have to partnership with other people. You can partnership with Team Beast Mode. We'll definitely send work to you. Not a big deal, right? That's just what we do, right? However, when you go out to that mechanic shop, you want to partnership with him. Now, let's say, bro, I'm dead broke. I ain't got a dime, right? All I got is my pressure washer and my van, right? Which means you'll never be broke. As long as you got a van, bro, you'll never be broke. You'll never be without a job. You'll always have work. All right. Now, so this is what I did for one of the smaller shops that I had. Right. This was like at a BP mechanic shop. I went in there. I talked to the owner. I told him that, okay, I don't have any money to give you for a down payment. I don't have any money for I ain't got no money for nothing, right? But here's what I can do. This is what I'm good at. I'm good at getting work. I'm good at what I do. I'm sure I can bring traffic in. If I bring traffic in, right, it's not costing you anything because you're not using that booth anyway, right? If I bring traffic in, it's more likely they have something wrong with their car, they're going to get their car fixed right here, right? And so you work it from there. You work it from there. And it's up to you what kind of percentage that you give this person, all right? Because you don't want to kill yourself. 20% is cool, which means he gets $20 off every $100, right? I think that's cool. If push come to shove, 30 to 40%, but don't go 50. 50 is partnership. 50 is partnership. That means everything you get in, half of it go to him. Now, remember, you still got to pay for chemicals, right? Which is still cool because with that shop, and I'll break it down later on, with that shop, there's so many more things that you can do with it, all right, than just detail cars out of it. All right, so now, let's deal with the scenario of, let me see, no, I didn't put it up here. All right, so let's deal with the scenario of, my man, okay, I don't have an extra garage for you to work in. All right, cool. How about if I just work on the side over there? Is it big enough for you to put loans on the side? Is this big enough for you to put a canopy out there? I'm not talking about those pop-up canopies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the metal building, right? The metal building. Those metal buildings you can rent. Not rent. You can rent to own, right? Rent to own those metal buildings, and you can get as big as his shop, right? You can close it in. You can grow yourself. Close it in. Right? Put lights in there. It can be your shop. Right? Now, you can do this anywhere. Right? You can do this at the flea market. Right? If they allow it. Some flea markets won't allow it, but you want to go to a place. You can do this at the crib. You can put this up at the crib. I'm gonna do a video on how to open up a shop at your crib. I don't know if I can do it later on this week, but it's definitely in my books to do. Okay, where how you make money at the crib, detailing. All right, that would be very important. So that's what you want to do, right? That's what you want to do. You want to get the metal canopy. If you don't feel like you're gonna be there a long time, pop-up canopies work just as well, right? It's just that they blow away, and you got to keep putting them up every time you go over there, right? The metal canopy is there, right? If you need to move it, you can call that company and move it for you. But you didn't know that. They'll move it for you. All right, so next is, yeah, I already went over it, but with the person who you're dealing with, that mechanic, right, or that particular shop or wherever you are, right, because you can partnership with anybody. All right, I've seen McDonald's partnership with like a gas station, right? You can partnership with anybody. If you was to partnership with, let's say, a hair salon, right? Same principle applies. Put the canopy on the side, right? Those women that come in, you know 95% of your business is coming from women. So if you deal with those women right there, even just the ones that come to that shop, you good to go. They'll love to have you around because not only are you there helping them clean the cars and making more money for them and driving more traffic to them, you're security. You're security. They're going to love you, bro. They're going to love you. Right? Nail salons, it all works the same. Right now, you know that, I said that, I don't know if I told YouTube, but I definitely told my Facebook group that Radio Shack is out of business. Right? So storefronts are open all over the place. All right. Now, in order to get one of those storefronts, and some of them are going like very, very cheap. There was 2 companies that bought them joints, right? Bought the majority of them. One of them was, I want to say it's Sprint. Sprint bought the majority of those storefronts, right? The other person was, can't quite remember. Can't quite remember who the other person was. But either way, they bought up a lot of those storefronts, but I think they had 133,000, or they had a lot of stores. I just put it like that. Radio Shack had a lot of stores. So if you had a Radio Shack in your city, in your town, and it's shut down, check and see how much that daggone place costs, because inside of that place, if it's feasible, you can put the chemical shop in the front of the store, the detail shop in the back of the store. You put, again, a metal canopy around the back of the store, and people can drive their car in the front of the store. You take the car, you drive them up around to the back, detail it there, drive it back up in the front. If they want to sit there all day, they can sit there all day. Doesn't matter, but usually Radio Shack is in a place where there's other things to do. So the customer can go over there and eat, the customer can go grocery shop, and the customer can do whatever they want to do, right? Or they can sit right here and watch TV. Whatever you want to do. Right? That works. That works. Listen, this is Prince, Grind Time TV. Take a quick break. Be right back with you.
Have you been trying to start a mobile auto detailing business? Do you already have a mobile detailing business but can't quite get over the hump? Here at Team Beast Mode, we'll find all the dirty cars you can wash. Get paid every day 100% of each detail. Expand your business and work only the hours you want to work. Our packages include free on-demand training from some of the top professionals in the industry. Team Beast Mode professional online marketing for only auto detailers. Click the link to get started.
Welcome back. Prince, North Carolina Detailing, Beast Mode Detailing, Grind Time TV, where we talk about different strategies on how to get you more money in your mobile auto detailing business. Alright, so advertising your shop. That's the next thing we're going to talk about, because advertising is going to be the blood of your shop. You have got to advertise. It doesn't matter if you're on the main strip. I've seen guys go under. They're on them. I don't understand. You're on the main strip. You put a sign on the side of the road, and you think that every car is going to stop because it's seeing your sign. No, bro. No. People are not looking at your little rinky-dink sign. You know what they're looking at? They're looking at their phone. You want to get inside their phone, bro. Figure out a way to get inside of their phone. And I got plenty of videos on there on online advertising. But advertising alone is going to be the blood source of your shop. Another thing is you want to get the people within that neighborhood to support you. All right. So anytime there's a meeting within that neighborhood, you got to be a part of it. All right. You want to send out door hangers. I'm not door hangers. You want to send out flyers, rack cards. You want to go to all the other entrepreneurs in that particular place, around that place, whether you're at the mechanic shop or the Radio Shack shop or whatever you at, wherever you at, that's what you have to do. You have to control your zone. Okay, so definitely put out as much advertisement in your zone to bring people from over there to where you are. All right. If you can have some kind of support, like some kind of fundraising thing right there, Right? Cool. That's what you work out, bruh. That's what you work out. Alright, so now, the next thing is with the shop, because if you're paying overhead like that, right? Let's say you're paying lights, you're paying water, you're paying cable, internet. You have to have a consistent amount of traffic coming in. And I'm going to show you how to keep this consistent. One way is, of course, going through coupon companies, right? Now, you're doing all the other strategies along with it, but one way to make sure money is coming in is through these coupon companies. And with those coupon companies, you get the money up front, so you don't have to worry about, waiting for the money. Or if the client don't come in, they just don't come in. You still got your bread, right? Another thing is contracts. You have to get contracts. Now, here's something that you may not know, is that, at least in my city, I can tell you this, in each district, let's say you're dealing with police officers, right? The police cars. Let me show you how we got our contract with the police cars. Okay. This is what I did. I went up to a police officer. Hey, where do you go to get your car cleaned? I go to XYZ. They got a contract with you? Well, yeah, but it's just that we pay X amount over there. Every police officer is responsible for keeping their car clean. And you ask them, well, how much do you charge? How much do they charge you down there? And then you tell him, okay, well, I can give you a better deal. I'm right over here, and leave it at that. Now, if you can get one of them, you can get all of them. All right, you just got to give them an offer that they cannot refuse. All right, give them a deal that they cannot refuse, and they'll be there. Right, and that's going to keep that consistent work coming in. All right. Now, all those officers are in a fraternity. They all hang out together. They all deal with each other. So if my man over here is knocking out cars at X amount of dollars, I ain't driving all the way over there. Right? I'm bringing my wife car, and this is something that you have to put into them. Look, this is not just for the police car, bro. This is for, and you're going to be protected, bro. You'll never get another ticket. You'll never have to go to court, bro. You can be driving drunk with like murder victims in your car. You still won't go to jail because they're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of you. No one will break into your shop, bro. No one. No one. All right, so you also tell them, you give them a deal that they can't refuse. Then you tell them that the deal is also good for their own personal cars and bikes. All right, because a lot of those guys got bikes. And tell them if you got a boat, we'll hook up your boat too. And you guys that do pressure washing, the police don't like having people come to their house. I'll tell you that. But if you do pressure washing, they might hook you up. That's definitely a plug you want to go into. All right, now these police officers know lawyers. All right, that's going to give you your high-end work. All right, that's where you're going to get those Porsche Maseratis. That's where you're going to get that work from. These police officers also know not just lawyers but doctors as well, so that's going to bring in more work for you too. It's a growing process, but it's something that you can do. All right, it's just that what you want to do is secure the work that's coming in. Right, you want to have a balance that I know this month without a doubt I'm making $5,000. That's what you want to. That's what you want to get to. That without a doubt, if all else fails, I make $5,000. All right, and you can apply these principles to build your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th shop. Now I see a lot of guys going out there and they're killing themselves because they go out there and try and get the really big shop, stepping out, going on, and it's cool. You walking by faith. I understand that, but faith. You gotta have some kind of sense too. You never open up a shop before. You don't need that much overhead, bro. You end up killing yourself, and the landlord knows it. He knows that I might not get paid that last month, but I need these. I need that first month. I need that deposit and that first month, right? And some people charge the last month, right? And then I'm gonna hit them up with something like with the credit thing, and so you messed up, man. That's why it's good to have a coach, man. That's why it's good to be with Team Beast Mode, because I done been through it. I've been through it, bro. Again, consistent traffic. All right, contracts. That's what you want to do. You want to deal with contracts, and you want to deal with government contracts, to be honest with you. And if you deal with government contracts, I think I already did a video on it, but you want to deal with the chambers in your town. Like here, it's the Durham chambers. So I'm a part of the Durham chambers, but You have to be able to attend those meetings and talk to different people in there. You have to network, bro. You have to network and start flooding people into your shop, and to a point where you really don't have time to do anything else, right? Your shop will bring in so much work. Everybody that when people see that there are a lot of cars at your shop all the time, the people who's driving by will stop. They will get their car cleaned by you, and that's how it works, man. So yeah, the next one is the power of the shop. The power of the shop is this. Let's see how I can break this down. If you got a shop, of course, number one, you can sell chemicals. All right. Number two, you can get all these contracts. Number three, you have a legit standing business, right? That's not going anywhere. You can't pick up the building and leave. Right, so people know that you can leave personally, but the building is going to be there, man. So the power of having a detail shop is deep, because people leave their cars to you overnight, and you get to charge them storage for that, right? And if you're anything like me, I had one shop. I was running that mother 24 hours, bro. I ran 24 hours. We didn't do that well doing 24 hours, but I had the opportunity. I had a shop, so I could do that. You know what I'm saying? That if somebody had that problem, you're good to go. Taxi companies, you want to definitely bang those joints out, man. Uber drivers, you want to advertise to them, right? You want to get as many people that have to drive. That's what you want to do, is deal with the people that have to drive. And your shop will always have work coming in. Now, when it comes to those big $300, $400 detail, I'm going to do another video on how to get high-end work. Right, for my detailers out there that may be only charging like $40 for a car wash, or $30 for a car wash. I'm gonna show you how to get some high-end work. Now, honestly, you need to have a balance. You need high-end work and low-end work. But I'm gonna show you guys how to get high-end work, how to target just high-end work on one of the videos we're gonna drop later on this week. All right. So now, another thing is training people, right? And I'm not saying training people to work for you. I'm saying training detailers. Right? Because you have a shop, you can train detailers at your shop, right? I'm not going to go into the whole coaching thing right now, because I got another video coming out on just coaching, right? But you want to be able to charge people to come to your shop, get trained by you, and then go about their business, right? I can't really I don't want to tell too much about how to do that. But I'll give you a little bit. You got to go with a celebrity niche, right? It's a celebrity niche. It's a whole process on how you do it. All right, where you use different social media platforms to make yourself popular, and then you'll have the people come and get their cars. Come there for training. All right, and with Team Beast Mode, every last one of us have you come on Team Beast Mode, you need to be a coach. Right? That's without a doubt. Because we're going to give you all the training. Right? And we're going to show you how to become a coach. Right? And then we're going to send people to you so you can coach them. And we're going to show you how to get your own people to come to you, and so you can coach them. Right? So it's all money coming in at all times, right? So that's what you want. That's what you want. All right. So next thing. Let's deal with the benefits of having a shop. Here's what I did. I had my detail shop, right? The really, really big one. I had my detail shop. We had cars coming in from the dealerships, right? That was sometimes they have to stay in there overnight, right? So, but I had plenty of space. And I would put a for sale sign on those cars, right? And maybe somebody might buy it, maybe somebody won't. I only bought like 5 of them. And, you go to a dollar store, it's $5, right? But if I sell one, I did, I sold one car for $1,600, and I got the commission from that, right? And all I did was put a for sale sign, and when somebody was interested, I had the key. I said, "Here, just drive around the parking lot," right? And he did. And then when he was like, "I want to buy it," I just called my man. I said, "Yo, I got somebody want to buy your car." He said, "I'm on the way." Boom. Cash exchange. Everybody's happy. Boom. You good to go. Now, another thing I did is I went to the U-Haul company, and I got some U-Hauls out there, because they'll pay you to put those U-Haul trucks out there. Yeah. Yep. Depends on how much space you got, and it also depends on if you have any competition around you. When I say not competition, but if you have any U-Haul companies around you, right? So if you, in other words, they don't want a U-Haul company 2 miles away from each other. They want a U-Haul company at least 5 to 10 miles away from each other, right? So if no one else in that area is using U-Haul, you need to use U-Haul. That's why it's so important, man. If you have that, okay. And of course, you can sell chemicals in that bad boy. Sell chemicals to everybody that come in there and advertise it, and you make it a chemical shop. So that when people, those detailers come to you, they're going to come to you, man, they're going to worship you, man. They're going to worship, those mobile detailers are going to worship you, bro. Alright? Now, with those mobile detailers that come in and worship you, and you just go by there, all you do is when you see them guys, just go by there. Hey, listen, man, my name is Prince. I got a chemical shop, man. If you ever want to come by and check out and get a free sample or so, come on by. Now, that's just bait on the hook, right? We want them to buy chemicals from us. Don't get it twisted. We want them to buy chemicals from us, but it's just the bait for them to come by. Because once they come by, and this is what I did, once they come by, I tell them, I let them know, hey, listen, man, yeah, you can buy chemicals from me, I give you a great deal, no big deal. But if you ever need a shop, if you ever need a bay to rent, I got 2 ways of doing it, okay? And they're gonna ask how, because they're tuned in, right? And I tell them, I say, so the shop is kind of like our shop, not just my shop. It's our shop because I want to help out everybody, right? And this is honestly, I'm honestly being true to him. But this is what he's going to do. So it's 1 or 2 ways you can do this. You can say, well, I can rent you the shop for per detail, right? Let's say you're doing a detail, and whatever the percentage, whatever you're charging that customer to do detail for, I'm charging you 20% off that detail, right? So I get 20% off that, all right? Just for him being at the shop, right? Or I can rent the bay out to you just for that day, and I charge X amount of dollars. But you'll always have a bay, and you never have to go out and look for anything. Like you're taking your competition and you're sunning them. You're sunning them, right? And so now you control it, man. You control it. You control it. You can literally go through Google. When you go to Google and put in mobile detailing, and you see all the people in your area, you can call them one by one. Hey, man, my name is Mike. I own a detail shop on 8th Avenue, right? Listen, I just want to let you know, man. If you ever need a shop or you ever need some chemicals, I'm down here, so you can always come by. Now, some of these mobile detailers are arrogant as a mother. I don't need your daggone shop. Well, that's cool. Click. No big deal. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Right? Just give them the opportunity. Give them the opportunity so that you're making money, 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 money. Listen, man, I hope I said something to bless you. Right? Now, so that's all you have to do, man. I just showed you how to do it without no money. Right? No money whatsoever. Right? However, with money, it works better. The principle works better with money because you want to pay your overhead, right? You don't want to have to give any money. I've worked too hard for this money to give some of this money to you, right? I worked too hard for it. But now if he's on his end and he's bringing in work, if he's bringing in work, then it's just like if his mechanic shop is bringing in work, right? Then it's cool because when I bring in work and let's say they need an oil change, you can always ask that customer, do you need an oil change while you're here, right? Or do you need your tires rotated? You do whatever you have to do, right? And so it works that way. It works round and round. Now, if you had a nail salon or a hair salon, you ain't even got to worry about it, bro. You ain't got to worry about it. Just keep those women happy. That's all you got to do. Keep them happy. Keep them laughing and keep them happy. That's it, right? And the work will consistently come in. And they're usually, most nail salons, hair salons are closed on Mondays. So you don't have to, and Sundays. Mondays and Sundays, they're closed. So you don't even have to worry about that. And most women want their car clean if they got a decent amount of car. If they care anything about the stigma that's about women with dirty cars, then they're going to get their car clean pretty much every couple of weeks at the minimum. All right, so that's nothing you have to worry about. All right, so you'll be making a lot of money just that way. Only thing you have is what you need to do is keep your overhead low as possible. Keep your overhead low as possible, and you will be successful at it. All right, so man, I hope I said something to bless you. Go out there and try and find you a shop. At least go look at one. Go talk to the guy. You never know the situation that a guy might be in. He might be extremely desperate. He may look like everything's good. Oh, everything's great. No, sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes they're waiting for something to come by to help them. Sometimes it's like that, man. So you want to check those out. Usually it works better with the smaller mechanic shops, not the great big ones. Definitely not the franchises. Oh, and just to add this in, when you're pushing traffic to your shop, you want to also be able to shuttle vehicles. And what I mean is that a person you can go pick up cars and drop it back off. You want to be able to do that. But when you first start doing it, test it out on if you guys got Jiffy Lube in your city or Quick 10 or whatever it is. Test it out on those guys, right? Because those guys, they're about our age. Everyone in there, they're about our age. Those are pretty young guys that's in there, right? I'm 40. So those pretty young guys that's in there, right? And they care about their cars, right? And so you give them a deal that they can't refuse. You just need one, right? And once you get that one, you can get all of them, right? You do the same thing. You just test it out on one. Everything is a test. Everything is an experiment until you perfect it. So I hope I said something to bless you, man. Hope you guys go out and grind this week, man. And till next time, grind time. Prince, Beast Mode Detailing, Grind Time TV.